Once you lose interest, that thing, I just lost interest completely. Mm. Mm. So we are back. Let us round up. Mm. So the last example we did, as I explained, or like I explained before, oh, I need to close this page. There's a page I need to close this page. Yeah, close it. Good. The last example we solved is on for proportion. Remember, we are still in confidence interval for proportion. So in that case, they give us, they mentioned here that 70 out of 200 investment advisors recommended IT stocks. So from there, we can estimate the proportion P hat using X over N formula. But in some questions, they will not give you these numbers. They'll just give you the proportion as a percent. Like here, look at this question here. This number 15, they give you 12%. So you don't need to start estimating the proportion, the sample proportion, I mean to say. You just use the 12% and then follow the same process all over again to get the confidence interval. So let's see how this works. I'm going to put this down so that we will have enough room. Yeah. It says a survey of 200 boats, 200,000 boats owners found that 12% of the pleasure boats were named Serenity. Find 95% confidence interval of the true proportion of boats named Serenity. Again, this is confidence interval for proportion. So we'll have to list the items they give us and use it to find the items of the answer that they want. So the proportion P is given here. Actually, it's more P. Well, P, it doesn't matter. The sample proportion is P hat, actually. Should go and be P hat. So to get the P hat, it says 12%. So P hat, let me take you to the page where that will allow us to put that character, P hat. P hat, okay, P hat equals 12%, which is 0.12. So I'm going to copy it and paste it in that page in our main workbook. Okay. So unlike the other one where we start with P hat S over N, this one we don't have to do that. We'll put it in. And Q hat will be 1 minus P hat. So we have, I'll take you back to that place again. So that Q hat is 1 minus P hat. P hat. Okay, which is 1 minus 0.12. Okay, then let me do it on Excel. I mean, use calculator. 1 minus 0.12. 1 minus 0.12. It was 0.88. 0.88. 0.88. I'm going to copy this and paste it into the main workbook. Okay. So now we have this. I have our N is a survey of 200,000 pleasure boats. Our N is 200,000. Okay. Pleasure boats. Okay. So N right there. Okay. Now, what else do we need to? Because they asked us to find the confidence interval. Let's find the error. Error margin. Remember the formula for error margin is right here. So I'll write it down, and we can just put it in the other workbook so that we can get the formula out with the numbers added. So let me write the numbers down. N is 200,000. P hat is 0.12. Q hat is 0.88. There's one more thing we're missing. Z alpha, but he said Z is say for 95% confidence. So that our Z alpha over 2, we have it from the previous example. Z alpha over 2. Alpha over 2. Alpha over 2 for 95% confidence. Say 95% confidence. Like I mentioned, you can either get it from calculations or you get it from the table if it is given. I have already shown you how to calculate it or how to estimate it if it's not given. But since it's given in the table, you can see from this table here, table, say 0.95 is 1.96. See, they call it critical value ZC. I use Z alpha over 2 just to show you that it's on its two sides, left side, right side. But they use ZC, it's 10. For 95% is 1.96. Okay? 1.96. 1.96. Remember, if it is not given, you estimate it. I showed you how to estimate it in my previous example. Okay? Just to make some little adjustment here. Okay. All right. Now, let's now go and get our error. Okay. The error margin E is, now we can go and estimate it. I wrote them down here. The formula for estimating it, error E equals Z alpha over 2 Z alpha over 2. Let me see if I can find alpha here. Alpha over 2, okay, times square root of P hat, okay, times Q hat, excuse me, over N, okay, which is Z alpha 2 is 1.96 times the square root of P hat, which is 0.12 times Q hat, 0.88 over N, and N is 200,000. Okay. Now let's go and put this in the calculator and see what it gives us. And write it down. 1.96 times square root of 0.12 times 0.88 over 200,000. Okay, let's go and put it in the calculator, see what it will give us. Okay, we have 1.96 times the square root of, okay, that 0.12 times 0.88 divided by 200,000. 0.001. But let me make it 0.0014. Okay, 0.0014. That's good enough. Approximately. Okay, so 0.014. Okay, just double checking it again. Make sure everything looks good. Yeah. Yep, good. Everything good. So I'm just gonna copy it and paste it and then put our main workbook now. Copy this, paste it. So we get our error margin. Now once you get your error margin, you are basically done. All you have to do now is to add it on the right side and subtract it on the left side, and you get your confidence interval. So the 95% confidence interval, okay. So the 95% confidence interval is given by, you have S bar minus error. The formula, remember the formula, it's right here. S bar minus error for everything to save time. S bar minus error, what is it? Okay. S bar minus error, sorry, P hat minus error is less than P hat process. So in this case, our P hat is 0.12. 12 minus error. Our error is 0.0014. 0.14. And then repeat the same process, 0.12. Okay. 0.14. Okay. And that will give us the confidence interval we're looking for. So going to our calculator, we have that. Okay. 0.12 minus 0.0014 give us 0.1186. So 0.1186. Okay. Is less than P, less than, then you do the opposite. Yeah. Okay. So you do go down, make it plus, see what it gives us. Plus. Change this to plus. 0.1214. Okay. Okay. 1214. Conclusion. Okay, conclusion. Okay, we can say with 95% confidence that, okay, that between, this one was on the left side have 0.118, that means between 11.86% to, here we have 12.14, that means 12.14% of all pleasure boats of all pleasure boats. All the pleasure boats are named serenity. Okay. Okay. So between 11.86% and 12.14% of all pleasure boats we are named serenity. That's our conclusion. See, that's the best way to conclude it, you know. And that's the complement interval for the proportion is we finished it with this. So what is left now is to show you how to find the minimum sample size. Any question before I do that? Any question? Okay.
No.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do one. Is this one? Is this part is easy? It says here, a researcher. This one use 95%. I want to show you that you can do the same thing with 90%. So, even though the questions, let me change it to 90%, so that I can't be using only 95%. That will make you to think that it is the only confidence level that we choose. No, you can use any. You can be given any confidence level. You know. Again, see, a researcher, to find the minimum sample size for proportion, this is the formula we use here. N equals P hat times Q hat times Z alpha over 2 over the error margin, and square it. Now, answer you get, round it up to the next whole number. Let's say that the answer is 2.5. Go to the next whole number, which is 3. If the answer is 2.1, you still have to go to the next whole number, which is also 3. Now, it says here, a researcher wishes to estimate with 90% confidence the proportion of people who owns home computer. A previous study showed that 40% of those interviewed had home computer at home. So the researcher wishes to be accurate within 2% of the true population proportion. Find the minimum size. Find the minimum sample size necessary. Okay. So to do that, first of all, let's write out what we are given. Okay. You say that the proportion of people who own home computers. So P hat is 40%. P hat is 40%. So P hat, we don't know the character. We can't get the character from here. So I'll take it to the workbook that will give us the character. P hat, 40%. Okay. P hat, okay, equals 40%, which is 0.04. So I'm gonna copy it, take you to the main workbook and paste it there. Okay, it's a P hat. And Q hat is 1 minus P hat. So again, I'm gonna take you to that. Oh, sorry, 40%. My mistake. 40% is not 0.04. I have to correct me. 40% is 0.40. 0.40. Not 40. My mistake. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna take you there again. Paste the correct one. Okay. Now Q hat is 1 minus P hat. So again, I'm taking it back to where we can get the character. So Q hat is Q equals 1 minus P hat. Which is 1 minus 0.40, which is 0.60. Because 40%, 100 minus 40% is 60%. So I'm gonna take it back again. So we can place it there. Like before. Now, having gotten this, it says a previous study showed that the 40% of those interviewed had a computer at home. The researcher wants to be which is to be accurate within 2% of true proportion. So that means if there's going to be an error, it will affect only 2%. So that means our error is given already. Error, excuse me, error equals 2%, which is 0.02. Let me make it big enough because it's too tiny. 16. Okay. So it's 2%. That means 0.02. Now, critical value, z alpha over 2. Okay, z alpha over 2. Z alpha over 2. Alpha over 2. Okay, equals. Now, they didn't give us 90% confidence. You can get it from the table, or you can do it the way I'm going to show you now. And do 90 because it's two sides. 100% is 100. Now you have two sides, that's 200%. So you have 90 over 200, which is, on a calculator, we have 90 divided by 200. What's the calculator? 90 by 200. 90 by 200. 0.45. Now, you know, in the normal distribution table, you have all the numbers are there, four figures. So 0.45, you have to make it 4 figures by making it 0.4500. Okay, 0.4500. 0.4500. Now you can now go to the table and look for the number that is, look for this 0.4500 on the table of normal distribution. So I'm taking you there. So 0.4500 and 0.45 have 4495 and 4505. So I don't see 4500, 4500, exactly 4500, but I saw two numbers that are closest, very close to it. And both of them are 5 points away. That means they are equally close to it. So when you have a number like that, what you're going to do is to pick the larger of the two numbers, which is this one here. Then follow it to the left. 1.6 up 5. 1.65. So 1.65. Have 1.65 on the tables. Another way you can get this, if it is given, is to go to this table here. All the way down. Say for 90, you can see 1.645, which is the same thing as 1.65. Yeah. So I've shown you both ways. Now, we have everything we need. All we need to do now is to put them in this formula so that we have that, say, find the minimum sample size necessary. Okay. The minimum sample size required sample size is given by this formula. Okay. See, P hat, which we have already, times Q hat, which we have already, times Z alpha over 2 by error, which you have already. So let me just put them in. It's going to be P hat. And will be P hat. And our P hat is 0.4 times Q hat. Our Q hat is 0.6. Then times, in parentheses, Z alpha over 2 over E. Our Z alpha over 2 is 1.65 over E, and our E is the error, which is 0.02. Then you have to square the result. So let me take it to the workbook where it will allow us to put this into the formula. Okay. So taking you to that workbook, we have it here. Okay, it's not there. So make it a little bigger than this. You can 16. Okay. Equal, oh, excuse me. equals p hat is 0.4. Okay, times what is it? What is the equation? Times Q has 0.6 times I can put this. Okay, put this right here. And then I have this 1.65 over 0.02 squared. Okay, let's see what the result will give us. Okay, I'm gonna move so that we have enough room for this. Okay, let's see what the calculator will give us. So I got 0.4 times 0.6 times, okay, 1.65 over 0.02, close it and square it. 1633.5. 1633.5. Okay. 1633.5, which means 1634 samples. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna copy this. Yep, copy the whole of this and paste it into our main workbook. And that's how you get the minimum sample size. See? So you can expand it if you want. Okay. Questions? Any question? Okay.
No.
All right, let's see. What number is that? Let me see. I used 90% confidence. So if there's no question, that means we should be good. Should be good. I will see you next week then. After this class, I'm gonna post the class work. So you can start doing it now, or you can do it tomorrow and submit it. Okay?
Okay.
And I will see you next week.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You said that you would open up the homework, but it wasn't
It's open now.
None of them are open. The
I
homework?
thought the one that are due last week. I opened it for that. Made it due this week.
No, I had talked to you after class, after last class. And I'd asked you to open up some assignments, and then you said you would open them, but you haven't.
For you?
You haven't? Yeah.
Send me an email. Send me an email. Let me see. Let me see if I can remember. Did you send me an email?
No, you remember I spoke to you in person when it was only one other girl in class?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Just send me the email so I can know the name.
Okay.
Send me an email. Please put your first name, last name, and then mention you were in the last class, right?
Yeah.
Last week, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Just send me the email. I remember now.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Good night, all.
Good night.
Good night.